Election day is almost here. Just 5 days left until all the ballots are cast. And Arizona in the national spotlight today, hosting both presidential candidates. Hello, I'm Troy Hayden.
I'm Rachel Cole in for Tram this afternoon. It's been a busy day here in the Valley. Former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris making stops in Arizona for likely the last time before voters head to the polls.
So we have team coverage here at 4 o'clock at both events. Let's start with a visit by the Democratic candidate Kamala Harris, who just made what could be her final stop in the Valley before Election Day.
Yeah, 12 News journalist Sean Rice is at Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater in West Phoenix, the site of Harris's speech. Sean, what can you tell us this afternoon?
Hey there, Troy and Rachel. Good afternoon to you both. Today, Vice President Kamala Harris said this year's election is, quote, one of the most consequential elections in our lifetime. Just behind me here this afternoon, a crowd of about a couple thousand people, all of her supporters, heard her speak about what they can expect her to prioritize if she is elected in just 5 short days. Some of those priorities she outlined include protecting reproductive freedoms, giving major tax cuts to the middle-class families, and also protecting Social Security for seniors. Now, today, Harris delivered her speech in front of a passionate group of supporters, as I mentioned, just 5 short days from Election Day. Today, she spoke for about 25 minutes, focusing her comments heavily on abortion rights, claiming that Donald Trump will enact a nationwide abortion ban. Now, like never before, she touched on how important this election is to her and all of Americans. She said America has the chance to move forward this November, away from being divided and towards unity.
We have an opportunity to turn the page on a decade of Donald Trump trying to keep us divided and afraid of each other. We're done with that. We're exhausted with that. And it is time for a new generation of leadership in America.
And before Harris took the stage, her supporters heard speeches from Tucson Mayor Regina Romero, Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego, Governor Katie Hobbs, Senator Mark Kelly, and his wife, Gabby Giffords. Now, in her speech today, Harris also said that no one can remain on the sidelines if they want their voice to be heard this November. Now, Vice President Kamala Harris is now off to Reno, Nevada. She will then move to Las Vegas for campaign rallies in both of those cities. This very well may be her last stop here in the Grand Canyon state, but it will not be for her running mate. Governor Tim Walz announced a couple of days ago that he will be here in Arizona on Saturday, making campaign rally stops in Flagstaff and also in Tucson. Today, we're live in Phoenix. Sean Rice, 12 News.
Sean, thank you for the wrap up there. And it is a busy day here in our state because now it's former President Donald Trump's turn. It's set to make his final live pitch to Arizona voters. That should happen in just a few hours.
And it's all happening at Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale. And that's where we find 12 News journalist Bianca Bono with more details for us this afternoon. Bianca?
Yeah, guys, good afternoon. We do expect this to be former President Donald Trump's last campaign visit to Arizona, but this marks his 3rd visit to Arizona in October alone. You may remember earlier this month he was in Prescott Valley rallying supporters there, and just last week he was here in Arizona speaking at ASU in Tempe. But we do expect this event to be a bit different than those, as this is a sit-down interview with podcaster Tucker Carlson. Carlson was fired from Fox News after court records show he shared false conspiracies about the 2020 election. Now, on this tour that began in early September, Carlson featured conservative guests like Trump's running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, and last week, the controversial conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. Tonight is considered the grand finale. The event will also feature an appearance by Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the former independent candidate for president, who has since endorsed Trump. In fact, he did so at a rally right here in Glendale. Now, attendees did have to purchase tickets, and we're told the profits tonight will be donated to relief efforts for those affected by Hurricanes Milton and Helene. So again, tonight, we're expecting a live interview of the former president. Now, because this is a ticketed event, we weren't sure if we were going to see the typical lines outside of this venue like we typically do at Trump events, but sure enough, we did. Folks were lining up very early to get inside. We're told the event is start to begin around 6 o'clock tonight, with Trump taking the stage after 7:30. For an hour live from Desert Diamond Arena, Bianca Bono, 12 News.
So, Bianca, is this part of a Tucker Carlson show that'll be broadcast somewhere, or is it just right there inside the arena tonight only?
It will certainly be broadcast, I would imagine, on X and all of Tucker Carlson's social media platforms, as he typically does. But this is the first time on his tour, which is why it's probably the grand finale, that he will feature a sit-down interview with the former president. He's had several other conservative guests over the past 2 months or so, but the first time we're going to see this kind of conversation.
Bianca Bono live. Thank you for the coverage.